Across Saudi Arabia's deserts, a construction boom of staggering scale is underway. Cranes fill the skyline and fleets of machinery reshape the land. But this isn't just about new buildings, it's about building a new future. The kingdom is investing hundreds of billions into projects that sound like science fiction futuristic cities, entertainment hubs, and more. In 2024 alone, nearly 4,000 new construction licenses were issued, reflecting a relentless pace. The 2025 budget allocates over $340 billion to keep progress moving. This fuels a construction sector forecast to grow by 4% this year. Saudi Arabia is leveraging its wealth to pivot from oil to innovation, tourism, and global influence. Demand for heavy machinery is soaring, with equipment sales expected to jump from 37,000 units in 2024 to over 52,000 by 2030. International giants like Caterpillar and Volvo are shipping in hardware, making this a global story. This is more than a building spree, it's a fundamental shift in the kingdom's identity. For decades, Saudi Arabia was synonymous with oil. Now it's betting on human ingenuity to create a diversified post-oil economy. The risks are high and the world is watching. The scale is immense, but so is the ambition. Everywhere you look, the signs of this revolution are visible. The story of Saudi Arabia today is one of audacious transformation. It's a nation racing to reinvent itself before the world's eyes. The outcome will shape its legacy for generations. At the heart of this transformation is Vision 2030, a blueprint for economic and social overhaul. Launched in 2016, its goal is to reduce dependence on oil and build a global investment powerhouse. The construction boom is the physical manifestation of this plan. Vision 2030 responds to the reality that oil's dominance is fading. The plan aims to boost non-oil revenue to SAR 1 trillion by decade's end, creating new industries from scratch. It empowers the private sector, attracts foreign investment, and creates jobs for a young population. Mega projects are designed as self-sustaining economic engines. By building world-class infrastructure, Saudi Arabia hopes to foster new businesses and a higher quality of life. Vision 2030 is a high-stakes bet on the future, acknowledging the status quo can't last. It's about economic diversification and social change, opening the kingdom to new ideas and possibilities. The cranes and work sites are laying the foundations for a new Saudi Arabia. The most visible elements of Vision 2030 are the giga projects. Developments so vast they're like new countries within a country. NEOM, a $500 billion futuristic region, includes The Line, a 170-kilometer city for 9 million people, with no cars, roads, or emissions. It's a bold experiment in urban life powered by AI and robotics. Qiddiya, near Riyadh, is set to become a global capital for entertainment, sports, and the arts, with theme parks, arenas, and a Formula One track. The Red Sea project is transforming over 90 islands into a luxury, eco-friendly tourism destination powered by renewables. These projects aim to attract global travelers and redefine Saudi Arabia's image. Massive upgrades to infrastructure are underway, like Jeddah's $800 million port expansion and new metro systems. Each project, whether a new city or an upgrade, is a critical piece of the puzzle. The goal to create a vibrant, diversified economy and a new global identity. These giga projects are magnets for investment and innovation. They're reshaping the kingdom's future from the ground up. Saudi Arabia's construction boom is about sophistication as much as size. The kingdom is embedding technology and sustainability into every project. NEOM is home to one of the world's largest green hydrogen facilities, using solar and wind to create clean fuel. This clean energy will power both the city and hydrogen-fueled construction machinery. The digital push includes massive investments in data centers and AI, creating the backbone for smart cities. Waste-to-energy plants and recycling initiatives are moving the kingdom toward a circular economy. The goal: net zero emissions by 2060, a huge challenge for an oil giant. New environmental standards add complexity and cost, but they're essential for a sustainable future. The success of these green initiatives depends on effective enforcement across thousands of sites. Behind the dazzling projects lies a harsh reality: the human cost of rapid development. Construction is one of Saudi Arabia's most hazardous industries. Falls, machinery accidents, and other risks are daily threats for workers. The sector relies on over 10 million foreign laborers, many with limited safety training. High turnover and language barriers make consistent safety standards difficult. Regions like Makkah and Riyadh see the most injuries, reflecting the scale of activity. A projected shortfall of 660,000 skilled workers by 2030 could cause delays and drive up costs. The pressure to meet deadlines sometimes leads to corners being cut on safety. The COVID-19 lockdown showed a direct link between work activity and accidents. When work stopped, so did injuries. Saudi Arabia is tightening regulations, but enforcement remains a challenge. Protecting the workforce is one of the kingdom's most critical tests. Ambition meets obstacles on Saudi Arabia's construction front. Costs are rising, up 4.2% in 2024, driven by massive demand for materials and labor. Global supply chain disruptions add to the pressure. The looming shortage of skilled workers threatens delays and higher costs. Attracting and retaining talent is crucial to keeping Vision 2030 on track. Stricter regulations on emissions and sustainability add complexity and expense. Compliance requires new technologies and processes, stretching project timelines and budgets. Gaps in safety data and enforcement make oversight difficult across thousands of sites. Overcoming these challenges is essential to turning blueprints into reality. Saudi Arabia stands at a crossroads with global consequences. If its giga projects succeed, the kingdom could become a model for economic diversification and a global hub for tourism, tech, and logistics. Success would mean new jobs, better services, and a higher quality of life for Saudis. Social liberalization could reshape society, but rapid change brings uncertainty. Failure, however, could leave the kingdom with costly, unfinished projects and continued reliance on oil. The stakes are high, not just for Saudi Arabia, but for global markets and regional stability. The world is watching this bold experiment unfold. Saudi Arabia is racing to build the future at breakneck speed. The outcome will define its destiny for the next century, and offer lessons for the world. Whether these audacious dreams become reality remains the great question of our time.